Good evening, welcome to Northumberland, the cod hunt. Now, I'm keeping an eye on my rod because I've already chucked in. Do excuses for not showing you what I've chucked out, but I was that excited I just wanted to get a bait in the water. It's heading down to low water. I'm in Craster in Northumberland, and I'm joined by a very special guest this evening who I will introduce very soon. So the setup, let me talk you through that. It's a Shimano Ultegra 14,000 XSC. I've got dingbear braid. I think it's 80 pound 4-strand. I'll tell you why I picked that in a moment. The rod I'm using is a 13-foot Rhino Match 426, which is my all-time favourite rod. Lovely and light, nice and strong, does everything I wanted to do. Yes, we're on the rocks and we're chasing cod. I was going to tell you about the line, lost a bit of track there. The reason I use 4-strand as opposed to 8-strand is because the abrasion resistance is tenfold. I've personally, in my experience, 8-strand is just too weak, nicks too easy. So I like using the 4-strand. Yes, you can't cast it as far, but if you're on the rocks and you need to cast it far, then I would personally just pick a better mark. You shouldn't need to cast far when you're fishing on the rocks in Northumberland for cod. Beaches, yes, maybe. But on the rocks, this 4-strand is like wire. It's that strong. The trace I'm using is a simple 3-way swivel. 40 pound to the weight, 60 pound to the hook. Hanging off, simplest trace you'll ever see. The reason why the weight length is lighter is because it acts as a rotten bottom. I did have a bite just a few moments ago, just something nibbling, but I'm gonna let's see if it develops. So thanks very much for joining me here at Cod Fishing. Let me get turned around, have a bit chat with my friend who's here, who's a very special guest. Like I say, you might have seen him on YouTube, and if you haven't, then you're going to now. So we'll speak soon, we'll catch up. Thanks for joining us. Right, well, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Douglas to you from Piscator UK.
Hi guys.
I'm absolutely delighted to have you here with us, mate. Thanks for coming down.
Glad to be here. We've planned this for so long.
I know.
So long, and we've finally managed to get together.
Well overdue, overdue. I've been fanboying him for about the last 3 hours since he got here, 3-4 hours ago. I was like, hiya Douglas, do you want to come to my house? So me and my family are delighted to have Douglas staying with us. We welcome him with open arms because he was one of the original YouTube channel that I started watching and thinking, I want to do that. So without a shadow of a doubt, if it wasn't for Douglas, I wouldn't be doing this. So I appreciate everything you're doing.
No, I appreciate that. That gives me a lot of, I'm very humbled by it, and you know, if I can help anyone get started, whether it's YouTube or just helping them out in fishing, you know, one person that mentions that, it's really appreciated.
I do mean it as well. I mean, I remember sitting there thinking, oh, I do a lot of fishing adventures. I need to start sort of, you know, recording them. And originally it was going to be for just myself, and then I thought, nah, I could probably put them out there, and then obviously the rest's history, you know.
Yeah, it's worth sharing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if you get across to Douglas's channel, Douglas's channel is a lot more educational than mine. I'm just, you know me, if you watch my channel, you know the dance. I come out here, I chuck it out, and I don't really give that much advice. But what you can gain from Douglas He talks you through his experience, what tackle he's using, how he's using it, why he's using it, what conditions he uses it in, why you shouldn't be using that in certain conditions, what does work and what doesn't work from his experience. So I get across to his channel, there it is on the screen, and you'll learn a lot, trust us, if you're just a bang average angler like me.
That's much appreciated. And you know, I'm here on your home turf, and you know, you're my guide in this.
Yeah.
You know, this is your home ground, and you know, got a few trips planned over the next few days, and I'm looking forward to it. Mate, I'm just getting back into sea fishing as such, and dipping my toe back into rough ground fishing, and this is certainly dipping my toe back in. I don't know if my gear's going to be up to it. Hopefully it is.
I think it will. I mean, from what you've showed me, it should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know it's not perfect for this type of fishing, but you know, I will take my time with it, and I'll take the strain off my gear if I need to. You know, if we get snagged up, you know, I'm not going to start you know, yanking it and breaking stuff. I do know that. I just need to take my time with it. But yeah, I'm so glad to be here. It's like I said, it's been a long time coming, this little meet up.
Quite surreal, to be honest. Me guiding Douglas, as he said there, it's now, you know me, my mates will be laughing watching this, going, oh, he'll not show you any good marks. But at the end of the day, this is where I live. I know marks and such like that. Never claiming to be the superb angler, but what I can do is I can take him to some really nice places where I know you can catch fish, where I've caught fish, where my friends have caught fish, where fellow YouTubers have caught fish, and so it's the whole, you know, experience of showing someone your backyard, if you like.
Yeah.
You know, I live in Northumberland, so Crosta's it's quite a hearty place of Northumberland, and we were going to go to Cullenose Point, but the wind direction, I thought, be really uncomfortable there tonight, so we're sort of a bit more sheltered here. I just wanted, with it being the first night, he's had a long drive down, I thought get him in a bit more of a sheltered mark from that howling westerly wind, and unfortunately, because it's so dark coming through Crosta village, I didn't get to show him the highlights of it, but I have told him a little bit about the place, as much as I can. It's a beautiful, like, well-known town, you know, it's stunning. But
yeah, famous for its
smoked
fish, kippers. Yeah.
Kippers. You need I might bring him back up over the weekend and get him a smoked kipper. We'll see. But for now, we'll stick to the fishing. We'll show you the highlights and maybe some lowlights at the end. There might be a few outtakes at the end, so hang about at the end, and we'll bring you the best of what we can do. So we're hoping for cod. That is the primary target. A bycatch might be a coley, rockling.
I'm just watching the rods because we're both first cast and we both had bites.
We both
already.
have. Yours went hell for leather. I'm sure there's still something nibbling away. So the bait we've got out, I made some what you call cod bombs, if you like. The squid and cod wrapped together in elastic, frozen down, wrapped up, and then they're just ready bait, straight out. Bind them on, chuck them out. We've got some frozen peeler crab, we've got some frozen blacks and some squid and cod bombs, so hopefully with a bit of luck we'll get a fish. I just want, honestly, if Douglas can get one fish tonight, I'll be happy to blank, happy to show you myself blank, but you know what it's like, you bring someone to a new area that they've never been before, and you just, fingers crossed, I'll quite happily sacrifice all my bites and all my fish if Douglas can get a fish tonight. So hang on in there and we'll bring you the best of what we can get. Cheers. Right, okay, I'm going to reel this in, see if there's anything doing. There have been a few little rattles, but I'm not expecting anything to be on the end of this just yet. I just tried a little flick out, just 20 yards. Sometimes that works better. Hope that camera doesn't blow off. It is slightly windy. Yeah, we've got it all back. Douglas just lost a hook length there, bit of a snag, but he knows what to expect. He knows it's heavy ground and he'll get used to it. Not much of that left. I've got you at a bit of a lower angle because the wind is, it's more blustery than constant, to be honest. But But we've got a beautiful skyline here tonight, and it's lovely standing underneath, seeing a few shooting stars, and you can see miles, sort of, well, you can't see miles, but you can see the stars right to the horizon, almost touching the sea. So it's a nice night to bring somebody out in Northumberland. Makes you really proud when you fetch someone here who's never been here before. Proud of where you live, and obviously you know I'm very, what's the word, not patriotic, but countriotic, is that a word? Proud of where I live, shall we say. So we'll get another bait on, and we'll keep plugging away. Been here about, hitting an hour now, maybe. A few bites, now to write home about. We'll catch up soon. Right, we are getting the gear further back, the tide's pushing. So we're, I mean, there's no waves to speak of, but we're just going to move back, and we can cast out from 20 yards away from the water. No problem. The tide's now pushing. Definitely coming in. It's been coming in for about half an hour. But it is very, very slippy, ladies and gentlemen. This is, maybe we're making it look easier than what it is, but trust me, it's slippy. Aye, looks good enough. Right, action stations. Surely this time. It just kept rattling for quite a while, so I'll give it a try. Yes, we're into our first fish. It's not a big one, but it's a fish, and that's what we came for. I've got it surfaced, so comedy gold. Comedy gold right here at Sparta Fishing. The biggest fish of the evening goes to Levi Roots. Oh my God, we've got a fish, we've got a fish. We have not got a fish, ladies and gentlemen. What we've got is a pure amateur fisherman getting excited because he's still on the blank and clutching at straws. The end. Boah, it did rattle though, to be honest, and it stayed rattling. So either we've got some very lively weed, or there was a fish amongst that somewhere. However, it still gives me hope. Stay tuned for some more comedy gold here at Sparta Fishing. Being embarrassed in front of his biggest fishing idol, Douglas, and I've just made a right tit of myself.
Double shorted pulley.
Right, okay, cod bait. Well, it is a cod bait, but a crab bait. Some peeler, frozen peeler. Get this out. Douglas just had a double shot of Coley's, so he's off the blank, and I'm pleased it was him that's off the blank, because it makes my life a lot easier thinking, oh, I should have took him here, I should have took him there, we've blanked, or we've done this, or we've done that. He's into some fish on his first night in Northumberland, so for me it's job done, and now it's my turn. Let's get them. Well, what about that? What about that? I tell you what, we were just moving Mark, like I said, moving with the tide. And I packed my gear because my feet were starting to get wet. And I said to Douglas, I said, I'll just move my gear back. And he said, Stevie said, I'll just leave it in 5 more minutes. He was just getting a little nudge. And I said, aye, no problem. So I just stood in the background. He's went to lift his rod up, thinking, right, we'll go up there, I'll see if there's anything on here. And then he just felt this almighty weight and then couldn't feel his lead bouncing anywhere. Line was moving around. I quickly whipped my phone out because neither of us had a camera on. Started filming him on my phone. Fortunately, I got the whole lot in, so check out his channel to see all that footage. You'll not see it on mine, but if you want to see the fight and how it all happened, then go over to Douglas's channel. That'll be worth a while. So I'm going to get baited up. I doubt I'm going to equalise, but I tell you what, I'll give it a damn good shot. I'm absolutely thrilled. I was just saying to Douglas, when you have a guest coming to fish the area that you fish, and you try your best to put them on decent marks, and they get a fish like that, honestly, it makes you so happy, you know, for the effort they've put in travelling, and I'm just buzzing for him. Like 100%, if it was me or him to catch that fish, I'd want him to catch it, and he did. So get in. Great start of the trip. It's the first night. It is the night where I was weaning him into the local area. He wasn't going to come till tomorrow, but I said, why don't you come sort of a day earlier and we'll just get out and have a couple of casts. And oh boy, am I pleased he did. And he's even more pleased. Right, I'll fetch you back when I get baited up and I get a fish, hopefully. Okay, so this is the last cast. I've just chucked it out, same bait, same old story, hoping for a better result. This is, like I said, this is the warm-up session. So I might join this on to, you might be only halfway through a video here, or it could be the end, I don't know. Mind you, Douglas, I could just use your big fish and just like, you know, for you're seeing a massive fish on the video, it wasn't mine, but yeah, I think I'll just do that. There we go, that's a better rattle, Stephen. Come on. We've got a rattle. I was just saying to Douglas there, what we might do is, it will be a crime to sort of leave an area where it's fishing. So tomorrow we might come back here for high tide during the day. Now, I know cod fishing isn't as good during the day, but we know there's decent fish knocking about here now. And that's better. Whoa. Oh, that's took us into a hole. That is what a knock. I hope you've seen that in the camera. Oh, I've just twanged it off. My rod just stopped over double. I hope you got that on camera there. What a gutter. Oh, devastated. Just hasn't been my night, but do you know what? I don't care. He's got a great fish. That was a good fish there. Just twanged it off. With hindsight, I should have seen if it would take it out. Whoa, the lot's gone as well. Rarely does that happen with this braid. It's always the trace that goes first. So I'm assuming that was wedged in the rock, but do you know what? I'm going to get another trace out. That was going to be the last cast, but I'm going to get another one baited up and get out there because that was a proper cod bang. Wait, I'm going to bring this in because I think it's died a death. Strange. Is this the last cast fish? I don't know. Maybe a crab. It's heavier than when it went out. Ah, it's just a lump of weed. Oh, I didn't blank. Aye. Yes, I didn't blank. I didn't blank. Stevie Rockland. Mooting the treetops, I'm doing in the yard. I'm Stevie Rockland, I'm so hot. Stevie Rockland. Where is it? Oh, where? God. There's more weed on this than anything else. There's more weed on this than anything else. It could have been sat on there for donkeys. Bless them. There we go, highlight of my night. Right, okay. So this night's drawn to a close. My rod hasn't moved for the last 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, rather than just giving you well, not a crap video, but you know, it could have been more exciting from my side of things anyway. I'm sure Douglas's side of things are slightly more optimistic. But what I'll do is I'll wrap it up here and I'll take it into the next session. So here is tomorrow. Get in. Woohoo! Oh! Wow, what happened there? That was lucky. Brilliant. Now that was very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Nice little Tommy. Made it feel heavier with all that weed on. But made it feel a little bit heavier with all that weed on. I thought, right, it's a great fish. I don't know what on earth happened at the end there. I went to lift it up. Now I'm worried I've got a crack in the top of my eye because it was when I lifted up it snapped off. So I'll get this one back and I'm going to check my rod. I'll have to run some cotton wool on the insides of the eye. That's a good tip. If you're ever worried your eyes are cracked, keep some cotton wool in your box, rub it. If the cotton wool catches, you know you've got a crack in the eye. I'll get him unhooked and get him back. Squid and caught. Brilliant. Right, okay, so luckily I'm not too far from the car. This rod, my stick has a cracked last eye, top eye, and that's why the braid just pinged off. Luckily I got that fish in, and luckily I found out now. Fortunately, I have another rod in the car. However, this is going to be a big test for the Akios FX 420. Now, I was saying to my mate Alex that I was like, oh, I wouldn't fish that on rough ground. And he said to me, he said, honestly, you'll be surprised, mate. Now, I'm not expecting to pull out a heavy snags with it. However, let's put it to the test, an unfair test to be honest. This ground is not ground I should be fishing with this rod that I'm going to get. But it's the only option I've got. It's like the underdog, I suppose, for big heavy rock marks. Like I say, it's an unfair test for it. So anything that does fail on it, it shouldn't really be fishing marks like this, in my opinion. Some might beg to differ. Some might say, well, I've used it all the time on heavy rock marks. It's just not firm enough for lifting a decent heavy fish out of the rocks. But I've got no choice. So come on then, Akios, let's see what you've got. Right everyone, Akios FX 420, Akios Fury. It is, I know I can cast up to 7 ounces on this. It's a pretty sort of feisty little rod, which I normally use on the beach, but needs must. And like I was saying to you earlier, probably a bit of an unfair test for it on this ground, but life's not fair sometimes, so let's go. Nice Coley. Douglas was busy sorting out his stuff and I didn't have my camera on the tripod. Lifted that up alright, happy days.
Steve just got a few good rattles on his rod.
Couple of good bites. May have been slackline, so I'm gonna pick it up and have a feel. Yeah, it's still there. It'll come back, hopefully. That's sometimes that happens, you know, you think it's on, it's rattling like hell and you just take it for granted, pick it up. It's one of them things, I'm sure we all do it, and you end up reeling in and go, how's that not on? That happens, that's fishing. Right, okay, it's scran time. Pans of soup. There we go. I'll just pan in on that for you. We're hitting the beach next. Same target, cod. If there's a bass knocking about, fantastic. We're having half an hour, listening to the final scores coming in on the radio, parked up ready at the new mark. And we'll get out there and we'll show you the setups when we get there. Really looking forward to this one. And hopefully we can bring you a few more fish, who knows. But it's just nice to be out. Soup nice, Douglas?
Beautiful. Thanks to Steve's wife.
Right.
Spot on.
She does a canny broth, I'll give her that. Well done. Speak to you soon. Well, we are on the beach. On the beach, you can let it all hang out. On the beach. 6 ounce lead, 3-way swivel, hook length, juicy ragworm. Let's get into some fish. We've had a lovely pan of soup, thanks to my wife who made it for me and Douglas. And we heated that up, pan of soup, couple of 3 cooks buns. Doug's made a nice cup of coffee. And we're back on the fishing session. And a beach in Northumberland. And we're hoping to get into some cod, maybe a bass would be a lovely treat, but we're not expecting. What we're doing is we're just hoping and we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're eventually on some sort of nice standing platform on the sand, because we've been on the rocks the last couple of days. We've had a great time catching up, learning new tricks. It's a bit surreal actually when, because as I said at the start of the video, Douglas's channel is one that basically inspired me into doing videos, and I've learned a lot. And there's a couple of times Douglas has asked me a question, fishing related, and I'm a bit like, it's not like Miyagi asking Daniel how to throw a punch or a kick, but I've tried my best. So I'll crack on, and we'll have a bit crack with you as the evening progresses. So thanks for sticking with it. We'll speak soon. I'll get this one belted out. I'll belt it alright. It's 60 yards.
I don't know how you turn your light on, mate.
Right then, ladies, first cast, first codling. My light off. First cast, first codling. Just a little one, little nipper. I did see the bite actually, but I said to Douglas, I said, I'm sure that's a bird strike, because it was just one bang and that was it. But aye.
Yeah, well done.
And there was a load of weed on it as well, so it was one of them where you feel a fish kick and there's a really heavy weight and you're thinking this could be a good one. But then it was a dead weight, so there, I'll get it back anyway. Okay, I might have a fish on, I don't know, it's really hard to tell because I did have some weed on earlier. I don't know if it's just not... Well, there might have been something there, but I got weeded up and then all of a sudden I got snagged somehow. And the big problem with this Akios rod, obviously I was singing its praises earlier, but it does have a little problem, which is the eye's tiny at the top. If there's any weed on the beach, it makes it so much hard work. It just jams up and clogs up and clogs up. But, I know, cannot win them all. Okay, so let me talk you through the reel I'm using. It is a Shimano Ultegra XSC 5,500. It's smaller than the one I use on the rocks. It's got 45 pound Manster W8 times 8 strand. Straight through, and I've just put a 2-hook long flapper on, one up, one down. Still loaded up with ragworm, see how that fares. Obviously I've got a cod on it straight away, so I ain't going to change things up just yet. We'll see how it goes. And it's the Akios Fury FX 420 rod, which is brilliant for this, but if there's weed, it really struggles because the weed just clogs up and the end, the tip eye is really fine, and it actually stops you reeling sometimes. Like, well, it stops you, but you're struggling, it's jammed at the top and you've got to stop and take all the weed off. And with a bigger eye, it seems to come through and you can sort of pick it off as you're coming. But not with this. Got a love-hate relationship with it. I bailed this out today, mind, on the rocks. It fared up well. I didn't get any snags, to be fair, but it cast out and it was lifting up quickly across the rocks, fine. Hard to detect bite in a swell because it's bouncing all the time because it's so soft, you know, but you've got to have a bit of give and take if you want to get a good whip out on the beach and compress a rod like I need to. I need something like that to get some distance, because the other rods I use for heavy ground fishing, I can't compress them. They're purely and simply to be able to lift out the snags and lift fish up quickly out the rocks. Big, strong, powerful rod like the Rhino that I've got. So it's horses for courses. I love that reel. I love using this rod on the beach. I just found out it's difficult with weed. But it is anyway, isn't it? If there's weed on the beach, it's difficult no matter what rod you've got. But it's sometimes easier with a wider top eye. Douglas is fishing with. Do you want to come and tell me, Douglas?
What's that?
What setup you've got?
Daiwa Sea Hunter, 14 feet, and that's 48 ounce as well. It's got Onyx Pro Mag, which is
Onyx Pro Mag.
a brilliant little reel multiplier. I think it's really good for the beach. It's cheap as chips. It's about 40 quid about 4 years ago, and I wish I bought 6 of them. I don't do that model anymore. I think you do the Onyx Pro Mag tournament thing. I don't know if you fancy that. Yeah, not bad little reel for this sort of thing.
Nice one. Good, good. Just hoping to get him into a fish soon. I want him to get a fish on a Northumberland beach.
So yeah.
I know I keep saying Northumberland this, Northumberland that, because I'm proud of where I live, you know, and when people come visiting, I love to show it off. Not just the fishing, but the countryside, the beaches, the castles, the coastal walks, the coastal roads, the harbours, the history, just everything about the place. I love living here, and I'm very fortunate to live here. I never take that for granted. So having Douglas here, I can sort of, through the day, yesterday was a classic example. We knew we weren't going to get many fish, or if any, fishing through the day at Cresswell, it's difficult. Yes, of course, there'll be somebody saying, well, I catch fish through the day there. Yes, I know. You can't catch fish. However, I just thought I'd take him up that little part of Northumberland, just up that beach road, show him Durridge Bay, past Cresswell, you know, in and out of them areas, just to show it off. Like, this is Northumbria. We are Northumbria. You know, so I love it. Love showing people around here. Very proud indeed. Right, I'm going for a longer rig. Squid and Pila. Pennel on the top, octopus, limitless octopus, and a limitless XT, Ultra XT, I think they're called. Nice chunky bait. I'm actually going for a pulley pennel just to get a bit more distance, a bit more streamline. I'm going against everything here that I normally yap on about, because I'm also using a Gemini splashdown, which I don't like using on the beach because sometimes they clog up with sand. You've got to give them a good blow when you get them back, and I always worry that they haven't disengaged. I'll show you how this works. So basically it's a little bit like that, and it pops up and down. So the firewood, I thought it was. Oh, that's all the fish away. The hook just goes in there and this clips down. So when that hits the water, it pops it up. Don't know how clear you can see that, but I'm sure you get the message. So a streamline bait. Now I'm not very happy that there's firework going off, because I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't attract fish. Whether it scares them off, I don't know, but it definitely doesn't attract them. Get this one reeled in. Hopefully there's not too much weed, because we are being plagued a little bit by floating weed, tinsel weed I call it. There's a few lads from our left moved to our right, so that indicates that it's worse that way. We shall see.
Steve's into nice fish, I think. So we get over that sandbar.
A better fish altogether.
It certainly looks like it. Come on, be a good one. Hopefully the wind noise is not too bad with this phone. Might just be weed. Is it weed? Oh, get in. Cracker.
With the arms aching.
That's a lovely fish. Almost as big as mine.
Happy days.
Gotta turn the light off.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
The arms aching because we walked back from the sandbar.
That's a nice fish. That's about 4 or 5.
Aye, it'll be up there. Well, what a canny start that was. I'm just using ragworm, a simple 3-way swivel, hook, weight. Aye, little codling, not massive. I'm sure there's cameras on the one. Is that it? I don't know. It's hard to see. It's pitch black, and I've got that light in my face. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. Mine and Douglas's adventure. Douglas is certainly enjoying it. Hope to get him on the fish here. He likes his beach fishing. We've done the rocks. We've got one more day at it tomorrow, which I'll do a separate video, which will be next week. So I've clogged literally. So the first day he caught that clunker, like we discussed. Second day we were shattered because we didn't get in till the early hours of the morning. So we decided just to do. I went to Cresswell High Rocks, daylight, really hard. Showed them round the area, showed them where some beaches are, different marks, etc. Got back in last night and thought, right, we'll probably go out to a beach. And we decided to have a couple of cans, just 2 each. And we were shattered and went to bed. Not together, like, you know. I went in one room, he went in the other. We got up early this morning, got all the gear ready, had a lazy morning. Couple of bacon sarnies and whatnot. Fish today, a couple of fish each. And then here we are tonight. So tomorrow will be a new video. So like I say, that'll be next week. And that'll be Douglas's yep, his last full day tomorrow. And he'll stop over at mine again tomorrow night. And then head home to Bonnie, Scotland on Monday. Hopefully with a load of great memories. That's what it's all about, creating those memories. Don't know where we're going to go tomorrow. You'll just have to wait and see on the next video, eh? But I'm sure wherever we go, we're going to have fun. We'll have a right laugh. Douglas has had a bit of problems with his sound on his microphones that went off, so I just said, just use mine. At the end of the day, this weekend's all about your experience, you're making a video for yourself, your good memory, and his channel. I'll just string something together. So I'm not going to show you any fish if he catches them tonight, because he'll have separate videos out, as I would if I went up there. I would make it, you know, a 3 or 4 parter. But I'm just stringing the first couple of sessions together, which was Thursday night and Saturday, which is today. Yesterday was just a bit of a fumble around. But I hope we get into a few more and catch up soon. I don't know what time it is. Let me tell you what time it is first. It is 18:56 and the tide is on its way out. It's out at about 9, half 9, fully out, and then we'll fish it back up a little bit if it's fishing well. If it's not, well, we might just pack up and go to a different beach, because we're in Northumberland, we're spoiled for choice on beaches. We'll see how this goes, but I'll keep you posted either way. Right, okay, we're getting a few bites, actually a couple of good bangs, so we're going to check this out. Yeah, we could be into a fish. In fact, we are into a fish, I'll tell you that for free. Don't know what size it is, but it's hard to tell because there's a bit of weed knocking about. It's not very big, I don't think. But it is a fish, I'll have you know. There's Steve's got one. Oh, good. Oh, nice one. There we go. Another codling. Lovely jubbly. That's what we came for. They're getting bigger. Hopefully they'll keep progressing at that because the first one was about £1. This is about 2, maybe 2.2, 2.3, something like that. Hopefully the next one will be 4.4. I'm trying to do the maths. Right. Oh.
Lovely.
Oh, I was lucky. So that was on squid with a little bit of peeler wrapped around it. So you know what? Guess what I'm going to chuck out next? Right, ladies and gents, don't forget I've got a Christmas giveaway. You might have seen it on one of my YouTube shorts. I've paid for myself a box of terminal tackle. Thanks to Limitless for giving me a great deal. I said, give us a 60 quid box, and there's probably about, I don't know, he's probably give us a lot more than me money's worth, put it that way. Lovely little bundle. You can win that on, I will draw that on, I'll get it to you before Christmas anyway. I'll think of a date, but anyway, because we've got a little while yet. We've got the full of November and most of December before the draw. I'll give you details in depth of what day, what time, whatever, what video. It'll be the video before Christmas, I guess, a week before, say, something like that. You can win it by simply being a subscriber and commenting. Comment the word Limitless in the comments, and then drop us a comment, whatever you want to write, as long as the word Limitless is in there somewhere. Because I've been really kind to us. Chris from Limitless lent us a couple of rods to try out, give them a go, and I've enjoyed using their stuff in their terminal tackle. I've always been a bit of a mismatch when it comes to terminal tackle with hooks and all that. I'll just grab, you know, maybe grab Barravas or Cox and Roll, or sometimes, you know, Fish Zone, anything really. I've just worked my way through them. I've never been specific to a brand, and I thought, well, maybe it's time I'd done that and started trusting and stuff. So I've been using their gear, and he's lent us a Limitless AS 4,500 XT, which is a 14-foot 10 rod. I think it's a bit big for me because I'm not quite a short guy. Well, I'm not short, but I don't know, I haven't got the casting power of some people, but it's brilliant on the rocks for chucking, you know, for that lift and all that. Great. So thanks to Chris from Limitless for giving me a go of it. Really, I'm going to return it before Christmas. I've enjoyed using it. I might have to lend it for a couple more weeks actually, until I get my eye sorted on the Rhino that I've got, because as you've seen previously, I need some repairs done to that because it was snapping the braid off. So you can win that Limitless goodie bag. It's worth it. Like there's a rig wallet, there's hooks, swivels, shock leader, bait elastic, circle hooks, big hooks, little hooks, octopus hooks, loads of different stuff. A real cracking package. So all you got to do is be a subscriber and comment Limitless, then whatever you want to write, like brilliant fishing, Stephen, Limitless, or Limitless, you're so good looking, Stephen, something like that, you know, always helps. Nice one. Bite. I might just keep you on. Oh, and a bite on Douglas's as well. Yeah. Couple of little nods there. We'll bring you back if something happens. Well, this could be fish number 3, Douglas.
Are you on?
Eh?
Are you on fire?
Aye. This one feels better again. Come on, the fish.
So Steve's into another fish. Oh, he's just changed his bait to squid and a bit of feeler. And another wee toddy. Brilliant.
It felt a bit better actually, but it's another little codlin. Tiny little thing. But a fish is a fish, we can only catch what's in front of us. Straight out. There we go. Beautiful. Spot on. We'll put him back to fight another day. Just saying to Douglas there, everything feels really big on that rod. Well, not really big, but it feels a lot heavier than what I'm pulling in. I don't know if there's weed gathering on the line as I come in, as I get the shorts coming up. But that last fish, I would have sworn it was bigger than the previous two. I would have put money on it. But as long as we're catching, you know, you can't legislate for size, can you? You can just put the bait out there and see what happens. But I'm happy, 3 fish in an hour and a half maybe. I'll keep chugging away. Dare I say this feels better? Gotta be better. Really.
Fish.
Still great.
What's in the light? Nice fish.
No, it's a bit better.
Number 4
Aye, no.
on the beach. 4 on the beach, 5 for the day.
Nice, aye. Maybe touching 3.
Aye,
Maybe. Nice one. Feels a lot weightier on that rod, right, compared to the bigger rod I use. But I like it. I can cast. I probably wouldn't be able to get into those fish if I was using a bigger rod, heavier rod, because I can get a bit more distance with this. I was just saying to Douglas, I had to weigh it out to check the rock, the sandbar, because I thought, am I casting onto dry land here? But if I'm casting onto dry land, I'm going to cast back onto dry land. Right, quick update. We've moved onto a little sandbar now that the tide's pushing out. Douglas eventually got into a fish. I caught 4, and I was thinking, oh, I want him to catch the fish. You know what I mean? So he got a fishing. It's the biggest of the night so far. About 3 and a bit pound maybe. They haven't been big, but they've been regular. So we moved up this sandbar, and what was happening is we were casting just up from back there. There's a gully in front of us, and the sandbar was pretty much just in casting range. We've literally been pulling all those fish out of less than 4 foot of water, possibly even 2 foot. So it just shows you don't have to be miles out to catch, to go fishing in gullies and stuff like on beaches. Probably casted over a few, to be honest. So we're happy. We're having a great night. Fantastic. Douglas is really, really chuffed that he's come to a mark like this and he's catching some cod. So I'm thrilled for him. Get in. Got to get bites there, and I thought I was in again. Bolted too early. Douglas is doing well. He's on to, well actually, you'll have to watch his channel. Here's the link again on the screen. I don't want to spoil it for you. Got to keep reminding myself, because when obviously there's two of us do videos, so I don't want to keep telling you what he's got, you know. So for all the latest updates, go to his channel, Piscator UK. Check it out. Give him a sub as well, you Northumberland lot. He's a good lad from Scotland. Loves all types of fishing. Freshwater, saltwater, grayling, trout, mackerel, cod, pollock, flounders, dab, plaice, sea trout, aye, good sea trout. On a bombarder, you've got to watch his video on how to use a bombarder. Absolutely superb tuition. Not just like me, who I'll say, I'll just come on and say, right, I'm chucking out this. He talks you through everything. Really good. Really good. And he served his country, so he's got respect. My arm's aching. My arm is aching. So what happened is, we fished on the sandbar and it started flooding back, so we said, me and Douglas agreed, we'll just walk, take this drag off and walk back to the main beach, leave it out there and see what develops. It developed alright. Look at that. Nice chunk. It's completely gut hooked this. I tell you that this isn't coming out. I've got two big hooks on. I've got a 6-0 on the bottom and a 9-0 circle on the top. I hope the game just put bigger baits out. So I'd imagine this one's going on the plate, but it won't be wasted. Yes. Well, we're having a great night. Plenty of fish knocking about. Douglas, how many you had?
4.
4?
Yeah. Brilliant.
So he's buzzing. And I'm just pleased. In general, you know, like I keep yapping on about, when you've got somebody comes along and you want to try and get them some fish. So, well, he's caught them, but, you know.
Been fantastic.
But thanks to my mate Craig as well, who's gives a little bit of advice on this, Mark. I wasn't sure if fish best going down, coming back up or whatever, so he's give us the time scales and he's bang on, so cheers Craig, top man. Well, it has slowed down a little bit, I must admit, now the tides start pushing. But we'll probably just see how it pans out over the next half hour or so.
The
odd bang and rattle, and I have to say a big shout out as well to Veteran Baits, who I get my cart from. Now, being a veteran, you get a little bit of discount, which is spot on, and they also donate a certain percentage of their profits to veteran charities. Me and Douglas were both in the Royal Navy. Douglas done a lot longer than me, mind. So big shout out to them for supporting veteran charities, various charities. Well done, Andy, and whoever's involved there. Thanks very much, and I'll be back in touch for some more bait. So, great stuff. Still happy? He just said to me, he said, when do I move to Northumberland?
You get a winter house in Northumberland.
A winter house.
Fantastic, fishing's fantastic. And,
the weather's been kind, hasn't it?
I know it's probably just touched the iceberg, you know, in terms of marks that we've been. We've only got a short window, short period of time, you know, to see what we can, or what I can.
Yeah.
What I've experienced so far has been amazing.
Great stuff.
I've still got a full day to go.
I know. I'm trying to plan marks for tomorrow. So that'll be the next video. So I'm thinking it's high water at about 4:30 tomorrow. If there's a little bit of a sea on, I might take it with George, because obviously it will be the cream on the cake to get a bass. It's not, we're not expecting one, but it would just be, I mean, don't get me wrong, the weekend's been fantastic so far, and if you went home tonight, I'm sure you'd be over the moon. But there still is a small window of opportunity. High tide around about 4:30, fading light, which is obviously brilliant time for bass, dusk and dawn. If I can get them on the beach at Durridge and get them a bass, then it's completely job done. Get this job boxed off. If not, tomorrow night we might even come back here, might we?
Aye, I'd be happy with that.
Aye. It's
To a beach somewhere in Northumberland.
To a beach somewhere in Northumberland. But it seems daft to, you know, if it's fished so well tonight, what do I do? Do you twist or stick? You'll just have to wait and see on the next video. Well, if we don't get another fish, I'll speak to you back at the car. If we do, I'll see you then. Cheers. Right, okay, I'm gonna just do a quick bait up. I am here. Here we go. First of all, I use my baiting tool, which is handy. It's a couple of prongs sticking out a bit of metal. Nothing special at all. I chuck a bit of squid on there, up one of the prongs, so it's like that. So the squid goes on there, and I've got a peeler crab that's going on the top, and I've just elasticated on. The reason for this little baiting tool is just to keep the bait nice and straight, rather than it sort of banana and interfering with the way the trace should lie. Wrap that round a few times. There we go. I leave the elastic hanging. Hook the hook through the back of the squid so it comes out the bottom of its head. So the hook is really predominant, sticking out, just like that. And then I start going round again, just to secure that hook. Keep it in place. You notice I've got a little bit hanging just off the bottom of the hook there, just to entice that fish in. Wrap it off. Slide that off. And there's my perfect bait. The circle hook above it just slides down. Now I can hook that at the top of the squid. Pull that tight. So there you go. Got a perfectly looking bait. One hook sticking up that way, circle hook at the top that way. It's often the case that the circle hook does the damage. There we go. Nice. Presented. Bit of bait. Right, well, unfortunately I didn't have the camera on for this one. Rod stand got knocked over, and oh, what a panic. Wait to see this, hang on. Look at this. Taking on squid. Highlight of me night. This is Flint. Say hello, Flint. Me mate Craig's dog. I wish I could get a cod this heavy. You've been having some canny scran, haven't you, Flint? Flint. Flint? Must be a bright spark, is he? Flint. Right, all quiet on the western front, or the northeast front. It's quite mild. It's a nice night. There's just a gentle ripple on the sea. Douglas had an absolutely tremendous bite. Literally lifted the rod stand leg up. It was bent over like that, and absolutely nothing at the end of it, which was astounding, really. Just when I'm on, I want to give a big shout out to a friend of mine, Phil, who's got a channel called Another Angle. Now, if it wasn't for Phil, I probably wouldn't have met up with Douglas. Me and Phil got chatting online, and you know, just talking about fishing. I met Phil. I went up to Scotland to fish with Phil. He had a tumble, and that fishing trip was cut short, unfortunately. But me and Phil did meet up down in Cornwall, and he was good enough to take me out on his boat. So he does shore fishing, boat fishing, freshwater fishing, pond fishing. Is it pond fishing? What's it called, Douglas, when you fish? Is it pond? Course fishing. Loads of different fishing. So his is another great channel for variety, and he also does a lot of videos on maintenance on his boat and stuff like that, which gives great advice if you're into that sort of thing. So a big shout out to him and he put me on to Douglas, and me and Douglas ended up chatting, and that's how we basically got to know each other and eventually got to fish together. So thanks, Phil, much appreciated. If it wasn't for you, this weekend would have never happened. So I really appreciate it. Top man. There's his channel on the screen. Give him a sub, costs nothing. Cheers. Right, okay, well, this is actually the night after. So what you've been watching was last night. Unfortunately tonight I couldn't catch a cold. So I was going to bring you a little bit of footage from tonight, but I've got nothing to show you really, apart from Endeavour, which is not going to bring it to the channel, I suppose.
We threw everything at it.
We did everything. We've been here, well, how long? When did we get here? 5 o'clock or something?
Yeah.
At 4? It was daylight, wasn't it? 4 o'clock, and it's now approaching sort of near 11. Well, just after 10. But by the time we've packed up and all that, it'll be 11. So we've tried everything. But thanks for watching my couple of short episodes of what's been going on, and thanks to Douglas for coming up to the northeast.
Oh, thanks for showing me around. It's been awesome. So glad I came, and it's not going to be the last. Certainly not going to be the last time here. Enjoyed it so much.
Excellent. I'm pleased, and we got him into the fish first night.
Yeah.
It all kicked off for him, which you'll be able to find out in his channel. So if you pop to his channel, there's the name on the screen.
Certainly dipped my toe back into the rough ground fishing. It's been awesome. Really has been awesome.
Plenty of fish to show for it. So I'm over the moon. Tonight, for me personally, wasn't great fishing, but
it's fishing.
Aye, it is. The sea was up a little bit yesterday. It's flat tonight. I knew we were up against it, but we had to give it a final roll of the dice because Douglas returns home to Scotland tomorrow. But aye, that's the way it goes. It's one of them things.
Yep. Thanks very much for your hospitality.
Aye, no problem
You
at
and
all.
the family, everyone, the dogs.
Aye, the dogs love Douglas. So aye, it's been a great 4 days. So aye, don't forget to hop across this channel, have a look. There'll be more in-depth footage on Douglas's channel because I think all in all you're doing better than me. Surprise, surprise, eh? Karate Kid never beats Miyagi, does he? So, but it's been a real good experience. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time round, and hopefully I can get him back here over the winter.
Yep. Look forward to it.
Cheers, mate.
Much, Steve. Cheers.
Top man.
You too.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
So Douglas is staying with me and my family. Would love, well, hold on, just choked on my words. Me and Doug, oh, hell, my words are gone. I always do this when I first do the intro. Me and Douglas, Douglas is stuck with me and my family. So me and Doug. So Douglas, this is going in the outtakes at the end. And let's see if I can just hook this up. Obviously I've put a pulley panel on just to protect it a bit more when I'm casting out so it doesn't fly off. Just trying to hook it up. Ah, that's the one. There we go. There we don't go. Anyway, I'll get it sorted. Well, if there was any fish, we'll bugger off now. That's unbelievable. I don't know how that's got on. Don't know how it's got on. Dishearten anyone. We'll keep plugging away. Oh, fuck. That's not a good thing. Right, can you see them bites? Come on, this time, let's go get them, boys. Aye. That wind's getting up again. Come off. I think it's going to be one of them nights for me. It's come off. It was there, then it wasn't. Unbelievable. On, can't feel the lead bumping. It's swimming towards me, I think. Can't feel the lead bumping on the beach at all. Not very big. Pretty cute. Little pretty weed. I thought that was on. Get this back out. Please.